Hi there guys, I hope you're all well. So as you can see from the title, today we're going to be talking about positive affirmations and how they can influence our self-esteem. So what is self-esteem? So self-esteem is our overall sense of self-worth and personal value. So that means it's all about how we feel about ourselves and how much we like and appreciate ourselves. So it's really important to have sort of a good, healthy balance, a healthy amount of self-esteem, because this is what motivates us and pushes us to succeed. Sometimes if we have low self-esteem, then that can hold us back because we don't have that belief in ourselves. We don't believe that we can do something, and that can hold us back and make us not want to try. So having a healthy amount of self-esteem helps us to move forward in life. So there are sort of some signs of low self-esteem. These are things like if you find it hard to say no to people, if you have quite a negative outlook on things, if you find it hard to accept compliments or sort of positive praise, or you believe that other people are better than you. They're the sort of things that can sort of indicate that somebody has quite low self-esteem. And if you notice that you're sort of guilty of some of those things, then it might be that your self-esteem needs a bit of work. And hopefully that's what this video will help you with, help you get thinking about that self-esteem. So a great way of doing that, which we're going to cover in this video, is positive affirmations. So if you believe in the law of attraction, then that means that what we give out into the universe, we get that back. So if we give out negativity, then we'll receive negativity. But if we give out positivity, is that a word? I don't know, it is now. If we give out positivity, then we're going to sort of get that in return. And that's the point of positive affirmations. So we're saying sort of these positive things about ourselves, and if we sort of say them enough times, then we start to believe them. So yeah, that's the plan. So stick around and let's learn a bit about positive affirmations. So now the important question, what actually is a positive affirmation? Glad you asked. So essentially, a positive affirmation is just a statement that we repeat to ourselves, and over time we start to believe that is true. So the whole point of a positive affirmation is it instills positivity in that person saying it and helps increase their self-esteem and helps them feel a bit better about themselves. So when we're writing our positive affirmations, there are quite a few things that we need to bear in mind. So keep watching to find out more. So the first thing to think of when we're writing our positive affirmations is making sure that we're writing them in the first person. Because we're writing about ourselves, aren't we? So they need to start with I. So I am a good person. I am beautiful. I am strong. Because we're not writing them about anyone else. We also need to make sure that these affirmations are written in the present tense. So we're not focusing on things that might happen in the future or have happened in the past, but we're writing about the present moment. Even if that affirmation doesn't or might not be true at this moment in time, by writing it in the present tense, we're almost sort of, playing a little trick on our brains, making them believe that it's true. So rather than saying things like, I have or I will, we're just going to say, I am. So I am brave. I am strong. So the next thing to bear in mind, and clue sort of in the name with this hint, but we need to make sure that our affirmations only include positive words, hence positive affirmations. They need to be positive, so they don't need to include words like don't, can't, won't. And if you're writing yours down and realise that you're including these words, then try and have a think of how you can reword them and flip them into the positive. And the reason we do this is because if our brain sees those negative words, it takes it a lot longer to flip it itself. So, cut out the middleman, give it less work to do, let's write it positive in the first place. So yeah, only positive words. So the last thing to bear in mind when we're writing these affirmations is to make sure that they sound like facts or sound like statements of truth. So when we're reading them out, we really need to say them with meaning, with feeling as if we believe them. So that means avoiding words like might, could, would, should, you know, any word that implies uncertainty. If you find them in your affirmations, you might need to go back to the drawing board and try and rewrite them without. But yeah, and the reason for that is, you know, like I say, we're trying to sort of trick our brains into believing that they're true. So a part of doing that is sort of feeling it ourselves. And that might feel strange initially to sort of say them out loud, especially if you've got quite low self-esteem. Then it will feel weird to sort of say these nice things about yourself if you're not used to it. But over time, it will get easier as we sort of repeat them to ourselves. So yeah, say it with meaning. So there we have it. We've spoken about self-esteem, we've discussed what positive affirmations are and what we need in order to write them. Now it's your turn to go out and practice them. So you might find you just want to write a list of them on your phone. You might want to write them on some post-it notes and stick them around your house where you can see them. You might sort of, like me, I like to have things up on my wall, so I've got things printed out like this that include affirmations. So this says, you are worthy of the same love that you give. So, you know, you can sort of rewrite that with the I, so it's, you know, written in the first person to sort of suit yourself. And then it's just about practicing. It's about sort of saying them, practicing as often as you can. A bit like with mindfulness, these things can take time. And it's not always about sort of how long, like having these long, you know, practice sessions of your affirmations. So I'm not asking you to stand in a mirror for half an hour and say them over and over again. You know, even if it's sort of once a day, you have a little quick read through, and then that can increase as time goes on. You know, it's whatever works for you. But all this is just about sort of reframing how you're viewing yourself so that it helps increase your self-esteem. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that one. I've dotted some sort of examples of affirmations throughout this video, so if you've picked up on them, then they should give you an idea of where to start. And yeah, hopefully you found that useful. You know, maybe comment below what your favourite positive affirmation is. I'd really like to hear them. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please share if you found this useful. Definitely give us a like, and I will see you guys on the next one.